BLSP stock update, Bluesphere Corp. So Bluesphere Corp closed the session of the 17th of September 2021 at $0.0007, a retracement of 6.67%. We all very much know what's going on with Bluesphere, BLSP stock. So it wasn't a very heavy day. Only 9.5 million shares were recorded. And on the average, it has about 149 million shares, according to Charles Schwab. And Yahoo Finance has it as 333 million shares on average for the last 10 days. So this is a stock that you can only sell, but indeed we can still buy. I mean, we all know that. We've seen that people have been pointing out that if you probably call your broker, a broker like Charles Schwab, you can buy. I mean, the other brokers in Europe and Canada, they're still pretty much trading the stock. I mean, you can still pretty much buy and sell, but with Charles Schwab over the phone, you can't. But I think you need to have your social security number to get that transaction effected. So, and we all know that the march is on to increase the shareholders on record. I personally believe that we have already surpassed that, but we all know that Ray of 808 is doing an awesome job, and I think the approach he's using, which is to get the figures that are confirmed to all of us, is a good approach. So the publicly disclosed figures, if it reached 300, then yes, we can say it's 300, because all the other ones we are seeing, I have indicated that. I mean, for instance, because I indicated that my document, my confirmation says I am shareholder 471. I believe that means that I'm number 471 on record, but we don't exactly know whether that is absolutely the case, So the approach, as I indicated, of Ray of 808 is very good, excellent, because, he's getting the figures that are publicly disclosed. So there isn't any ambiguity in that regard. So moving on to the stock itself, of late we have seen what's been going on. For the last 14 days, the stock can be said to be consolidating. I think so. That's what it's indicating. It appears to be consolidating within a longer term uptrend. The average directional index is below 20, indicating that the shares definitely has been moving sideways for sure, and indeed it's obviously lagging the S&P 500 without any doubt. So we don't expect it to do any better, But momentum of late, as in the last 14 days, hasn't been so wonderful. It's been, the momentum has been quite poor. The 14-period slow stochastic oscillator is bearish, indicating that investors are selling shares and driving the price lower. So it could be for so many reasons. The broader market is not doing so well. And the volume, as we indicated earlier, for the last session, the 17th of September, was lighter than usual. The average figure for a regular day, based on what it is for BLSP stock, is about 149 million shares, but what was traded was only 9 million. So, well, it could be just, there's, for now, the lack of buying interest, So all in all, we can see that also that the float of BLSP stock, based on what Charles Yahoo Finance is indicating, is about 104 million shares. So, and we all know that sometimes the float could also, the float could be indicated as something else, but the exact figure that is available to be traded per day on daily basis, may be different. So if there are just very few stocks that are available to be traded, it can on a regular basis affect the price. So that's why we also have the volatility that is the volatility of the stock still standing at 580.68%. This is a stock that you can only sell, I mean, pretty much, because I mean, the majority of those who trade BLSP stock trade in the US, and hardly, I mean, the percentage of all of those in US or those who have trading accounts with US, because if your broker resides in US, technically you are regarded as being trading in the US. Yes. So if you live elsewhere in the world, in Mars, in the moon, but your broker is Charles Schwab, the one that is in Charles Schwab, the US desk, you are trading in US. So those guys who have access to BLSP stock through the US platforms are by far the majority of those who trade BLSP stock, and they have minimal access to the stock. So amongst other things, it means that to some extent, the lack of participation has also somewhat affected the volatility. So there are very few stocks available to be traded to some extent. So the demand from those who can access it, is also there as well. Those who want to trade it, because we know the stock, inches up slightly and downward. So some people are still even making money out of the stock, believe it or not. So because of that, I think it has continued to keep the volatility at this sort of levels, 580.60%. I mean, this is the sort of figures you would expect to see for in a stock that is has, you can buy and sell easily. So amongst other things, there could also be so many other things that's going on. The stock could also be trading on other platforms, on other exchanges, other mediums. Indeed, it can also still be traded on those mediums. And we all know, we all know very well that there are dark platforms where shares are, can be traded, are being traded. So that could well be the case amongst other things that's going on with the stock. So the count continues, and we're marching on. I think as at the last check, Ray of 808 was saying it is about we need about 12 more people to transfer. So anytime soon, yes, we'll get to that 300. I believe by the time I come back to you with another video, I believe we'll have reached that figure. And stick around as well. There's going to be a meeting on Monday, the 20th of September by 9 a.m. I think Eastern US time. A meeting concerning BLSP stock. So get involved and let's get going. Thank you very much for watching this video.